Hey, babies. Well, hello, everybody. Hi. Oh, my goodness. Are you guys so hungry? Hey, Carl. Tat, you guys are so hungry. Hi, babies. Tat, settle it down. Could you mind? I'm just trying to look. Oh, hello there, sweetie. That's Beverly, everybody. This is Beverly. And there's old Donkey Dan. And then there's Imogene. Are you dancing or are you slipping? I'm trying to slip and fall. Let me look at your eye. Can't really get a good look. We're going to go in and feed the babies. Y'all want to come with us? Let's feed the big birds first and get them out of the way. We bring over the side-by-side with a little bit of everything for everybody. Now, not those. That's for a project that Jamie and I are going to do a little bit later. We're doing some jousting, y'all. We're doing some human jousting. It's a long story, okay? Just wait for it. We're not going to focus on Tat right now because we have something bigger going on. Guys, this is our sweet Starla, and we do think that Starla is in labor. Not because all the sounds that she's making. That is a sign, absolutely, but look at here. Look at both Indy and Annie watching her. I'm watching with it. She's panting, and I can see she's having some labored breathing. And then look down towards her tail. Her bottom half. Look how wide her birth canal is opened up over here. So what I'm going to try to do is get Starla. I'm going to try to move her out of this pasture. We don't want her with all the distractions of everybody else. So what I'm going to do is take her. Can you get up, sweetie? You need some help? Let me help you. Oh, sweetie. Come follow daddy. Come here. Come on. Come on, sweetie. Follow me over here, sweetie. Starla. Yeah, there's a little bit of discharge. Come on, Starla. Come on, sweetie. Come over here, baby girl. Yeah, this is what you do when you have two big birds who get into an occasional fight. Come on, sweetie. I'm going to call her over to the other pasture and close the gate. Come on, sweetie. Come on, love. Come on. Okay. So, no, you can't go over there. I'm going to get her some food and some water. Well, there's water. She's fine. That's just one of the mud holes the pigs have made. But we're going to get her some food, sweetie, and take her over to the little loafing shed where she can have some privacy. And let's hope that by morning time we have us a baby, y'all. We might. Starla's going to have a baby. Oh, my gosh, y'all. Can y'all believe it? Starla's going to have a baby? That's exciting news. Isn't it, Annie? Kind of exciting? She's like, great. More mouths to feed. Baby, you're not feeding anybody. You just got to protect them from danger. Yeah, so this is not fighting here. This is, when I repeat a word, that means it's double emphasized. So this is not fighting. Sometimes the boys will kind of hiss at each other, which is very normal. That's not fighting. What happens is, though, sometimes they'll push each other into the corner. And what happened over here was exactly that. Carl and Tat kind of got to the corner over here when we had the ladies separated. And, of course, they're trying to show out for the girls. Sometimes guys will do that. I know it's weird. And they got to pushing around each other. And Carl pushed Tat right over the top, y'all. He goes right over the top, and he came down. And that's what happens. So, these birds, I tell you what, Jamie and I love them so very much. We do. We love them so very much. But sometimes they can really be difficult. And I don't know how the folks who have the very large ostrich farms do it. Now, they don't have any of their birds separated. Those birds all just kind of run together. You can do that with birds. And even though there's fighting that goes on, it's never bad enough to where they end up, because they have places to run. Think about it. If they fight out in nature, they have a place to run. But here in these smaller pastures that are, they're kind of contained, they don't have a place to run. And so what happened was they got over in this corner, and you see what happens when there's nowhere to go. So we got to be more careful when they're in their bad moods. Now, right now, they're here with ladies, so they're not going to fight if they're in here with the ladies. They're just going to enjoy their dinner, what they're doing right now. I don't know if you can hear all the commotion going on around us, but every afternoon around this time, and it's getting close to about 7 o'clock in the afternoon, but every afternoon around this time, you start hearing lawnmowers crank up, tractors. I hear things off in the distance moving around. And what happens is this time of year when it's so hot that people don't want to get out and work in the heat of the day, friends. They wait till it cools off a little bit. Oh boy, they wait till it cools off. And it doesn't really start cooling off until that sun starts going down. So about 7 o'clock or so is the ideal time to come out and start doing all that we do. Jamie and I have a habit of doing everything in the morning. We'll work till about 10 o'clock or so. Sometimes 11. Okay, sometimes as late as noon. But I promise you, by then, we are as worthless as anybody, because we don't have a whole lot of desire to do much at all. We just want to go in and lay up and just kind of wait until that sun goes down or starts going down. And don't get me wrong, even though we're not working in the heat of the day, you know, in the most intense sun, it's still humidly hot. It is still humid and hot. There's a heat, just a heat index, I think they call it, just kind of just radiates with you. I'm talking about how hot it is, even though the sun's starting to go down. You call it the heat index, just that just heat and humidity that kind of surrounds you. And how it's funny is that you start hearing tractors and lawnmowers around this time of day.
Yeah, things start kicking up.
Things start kicking up, yeah, because people are laid up like we are. Not that we're laid up. We don't lay up.
I'm like, hold on a second. I worked all day.
I know. You know what I'm saying, though. If we don't have to be outside, we won't. Look, there's Mr. Pete and his son over there working as well. People wait until the late afternoons, and I think Starla's about to have a baby. Go check her out.
I already know.
You already know. So yeah, people wait till the later afternoons. I guess it's the same where you're at. I don't know exactly what time it starts getting, or what season, what time of year, or if you ever have this kind of heat. I only have one story. I went to Minnesota one time. It was the heat of the summer, y'all. It was June, July. It was hot. And while I was in Minnesota, I was just shocked at how wonderful it felt temperature-wise. Even though people in Minnesota were all complaining about the heat. And I'm looking at them like they're crazy. I realized, I was like, you must be crazy to be complaining about the heat. I'm out riding bikes during the middle of the day. I mean, there was nothing to get me down. I was living, life was wonderful. I'd escaped the Texas heat for a week or so, and I was just really enjoying myself. And all these Minnesotans were complaining about how hot it was. And I'm like, oh, they have no idea. And I'm sorry if you're from Minnesota and you think it's hot. I'm sorry, but guys, you really have no idea what humidity feels like on top of heat. Do they, sweetie? They have no idea. They only think it's hot where they're at. Y'all only think it's hot where you're at. And this is what Debbie's saying. Take it from Debbie. Oh my gosh, Peggy Pig. Look at her. She's crawling up onto the kayak to eat. Well, that's cute. So here's all 4 of our pigs. There's 3 right there, and we have 1 more over here. That's Pig Newton. He's kind of a loner. And there's Peggy Pig and Trudy right there, and then behind them over there is Tiny Tim. All right. I love you, sweet girl.
Let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.